He began his career in the Nigerian military, and upon his retirement, he joined the teaching profession for decades before enlisting as a general in God's army, serving faithfully until his triumphant entry with the saints.
It was after the Civil War that Daddy got called into ministry work, where he served very faithfully, dedicating himself, resources, and family to the church. He was amongst the first forerunners of the early apostolic movement in Benin City. He was later ordained a pastor with the then Pentecostal Holiness Church International, headquartered here in Benin City. He was blessed with a beautiful, loyal, and humble wife, Deaconess Mrs. AGBONGIASEDE Elizabeth Queen, who bore him 8 children, 4 of whom were men and 4 ladies.
Pastor AGBONGIASEDE Ezekiel Sunday, aka Discipline Master, was a strong force to reckon with. A man who eschewed evil, an iconic father, trailblazer, and evangelistic giant. For his large family, the fear of Pa AGBONGIASEDE was the beginning of wisdom. Little wonder his students nicknamed him Discipline Master in his glorious days as a teacher, viewed by many, including his immediate family, as a no-nonsense, fine, soft-spoken gentleman of high acumen, poise, grace, style, and swag. His memory will forever remain indelible in the sands of time.
My name is Comrade Reverend Paul Losa O. Paul Losa. I'm the 7th child of the family. Gentle, playful, very jovial. He's a man of faith, a Christian believer. He's a man of God. He was a good guy. Where I am as a Christian first today. My father was the first person who introduced me to Christ. He raised me in the way of the Lord. And we grew up to the level of maturity in faith because of the foundation, the Christian faith foundation that my father, raised us up with. So I give that honor to him. That I'm a believer today. The foundation I had was because of him. Everywhere they know him as Discipline Master. He was a teacher. He retired at Emoton College, first at New Era, then Emoton College. It was at Emoton College they gave him that nickname, Discipline Master. He was in the military before that. A lot of military background before all that. So that kind of brought that discipline, in him, that people saw how he would discipline every student as if they were his own. From what I was told, at the beginning they hated him, they didn't like him for it. But with time, they saw that he was not partial with his discipline. What he would do for this is how he would treat this is how he would treat every other person. So that's how they now nicknamed him Discipline Master. Very jovial. He dances a lot, and he's a good singer, an amazing singer. We got all that choir stuff from Daddy.
Pastor AGBONGIASEDE's sojourn on earth was akin to the life of the biblical Apostle Paul. Fearless, brave, and courageous, a true soldier of Christ, an evangelistic crusader whose family became his first convert, choristers, instrumentalities, and congregation. His message was simple and his voice electrifying as he led many to Christ.
My name is Osarina. The first song from the other side. So I was listening to that a lot. He was a good man, he was a father to so many, and a caring man. So a lot since he has done for people that are staying on us. That's what Mr. Matthew.
I'm second in the family. Generally. And my dad is a great man. He fought a lot. He was an ex-military. Yes, he fought. It was an ex-military. The same thing he did, I took with him, And so I love him, and he's very good. He has a lot of, you can see the whole of us. We are very happy about He's good, he's kind, he was lovely. I love him as a father. My goodness, it's not there, that still happened in my memory.
I actually spent 3 years getting to know him. Throughout my time knowing him, he's someone that's never issues. So when you and someone have issues, he always wants it to be settled that day. He doesn't want it to stay overnight. And he's a man of blood. Although I'm not his son, but took me as and you interviewing me now just making me want to cry. Yeah, so it's just so emotional right now.
My name is AGBONGIASEDE, pastor. My dad, as you said, is a disciplinarian and is from a new era to a military college. And from a military college, that's where he. And before then, he was a soldier. He always go for the best. So then, from military officer, a military force man of Nigeria, of this nation, from there they posted him to education. Then from there, he now became a tutor of one of the disciplinary teachers in schools. And most of all the students in schools, they know her very well. They always use one comment. You know, they say, "Here's my chalk," they say the cane. "Here's my board." So that's how long. From there, became a minister. God called him, become a minister. What we have been serving, planting churches, until I have a final call, personally. Then my mom was someone. So they team up together and raise up the ministry.
The guest at the Emporium, venue of the grand reception, was filled to capacity with family members, friends and members of AGBONGIASEDE's congregation, including members of the Church of God Mission International, the Historic Miracle Center, as well as other religious bodies, to celebrate the life of God's general, an army in whom the Lord was well pleased.
My father was the best father-in-law, and I'm opportune to be the first daughter-in-law, which not just first, but his favorite. I was always with him, and I missed him. I just want to appreciate God for the life he spent, and generally the family. It's a great family that received me as not just a wife, not just a sister, but a daughter. I'm privileged and I'm glad. I just want to give all thanks to God for that. I just pray his gentle soul will rest in the bosom of God. I'm Mrs. Osareti AGBONGIASEDE.
What I love about my grandpa is that he has a well-defined status, and I love the same. My name is AGBONGIASEDE. I'm the ninth child of my dad. So I love that so much. Like everything, man, is a lovely dad that everyone would like to have. Like I've always missed my dad every time. He's my best friend, he's my bestie, he's my everything. Like I always miss him.
Other members of the Creme de la Creme were oil magnates, members of Nupeng and Pegasin, who came in solidarity for one of their own, a chief of the old block, Comrade Reverend Paul Osa AGBONGIASEDE.
Solidarity! Solidarity! Blessing to one! Blessing to one! Injury to one! Alarm to one! Our women are great! Train a woman!
I am AGBONGIASEDE. That is the daughter-in-law to our late dad. He was a wonderful dad, although disciplinarian, but then it was wonderful. I will miss his joking words when he pick up the phone, like, you know the company. I'll miss that about him, but he's such a wonderful person.
I would say my father-in-law is a very good lovely, kind, very I'll miss jokes. It's fine.
Mr. AGBONGIASEDE Philip Osayede, and I'm the fourth born in the family. Like everybody know, he was a disciplinarian. Growing up, was a Christian background, and that really set the pace, for every of his children. He tried. He did all he could as a human. Like we are not perfect. It was. Well, I'm really gonna miss him actually. But God is the one that is in charge. He's the one that determines who stays, when to go, and everything. We got lots of the brunt of it. It was much. It will not spare you for anything. When you do anything wrong, you'll get the result of doing something wrong. But then I thought he actually hated me in particular, because I got most of the beating from him, but later on, I now realized that it was just, trying to mold us, those, disciplines and everything has really molded us today.
The occasion was laced with live stage performances, African and continental dishes, amid joy and warm welcome from the AGBONGIASEDE family. May his gentle soul continue to rest in the bosom of the Lord. Amen.